Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co., and this is the unboxing and rambling for The Witcher Old World. I think this is the all-in. I'm 99% sure it's the all-in because, I mean, that's what I got. I got the all-in. I wanted all the stuff, but also this is like less boxes than I'm used to having, although I'm pretty sure that's because you can choose to have it all consolidated in the big box, which is my preferred way. If you've watched my unboxing and ramblings before, you know that I throw out a lot of extras and boxes and consolidate things, and this is much, 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 much better. But also it has me a drop nervous that's not like the all-in. But I think it's the all-in. We'll dive into this. As usual, we got our coffee. We have our knife over here. Coffee is half empty, although the truth of the matter is it's currently 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's a good thing the coffee's half empty. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee at all now. Coffee doesn't affect me that much. Sometimes. Other times it does. This is one of those nights. I usually don't have coffee at 1 a.m. To be fair, I don't have coffee at 1 a.m. I have coffee at 10 p.m. and then I go to bed at 1 a.m. That happens. Coffee at 1 a.m. means I may regret this later. We'll find out. Maybe I'll pin a comment. I'll pin a comment down below being like, I totally regretted that coffee at 1 a.m. and I did not sleep till 3 a.m. Maybe. Possibly. On the plus side, more games. And this does have a solo mode, so you never really... I'm not learning the solo mode at 1 a.m. I'm not... Let's go ahead. 1 second. This is an unboxing and rambling. If you're new here, welcome aboard. I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. I do a lot of things from top 10 lists to reviews to crowdfunding coverage to unboxings, and my unboxings are loosely about the game. We'll talk about the game, I'm sure we will. We'll get into it, but honestly, I want to focus far more about like how beautiful that little light is on the box. That's like my... It's a light from over there just reflecting on the box. Like, look, watch. See if I rotate that, it's gone. I just like narrowed it perfectly. Boom, we got like a beautiful little glare. Honestly, it's the best thing you're going to see in this entire video. Let's go and dive into it. Usually I start with the core box. I don't know what the core box even means in this case because of the fact that it's consolidated into this giant all-in situation. I think, maybe, you know what, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Let's dig a little knife into the plastic over here and just get a little bit of a all the way around the edge over there and just start taking this stuff off. This plastic will go on the ground. We'll be able to clean up later. This is the shaded miniatures version. I have the sticker on the box to prove it. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the games here. So, I don't even know what to do here. Like, what do I do? Does this come off like... how does this work? I don't... Honestly, this... You see, here, watch. Let's go ahead and put this into the top camera over here. This is, in theory, the box area. But it looks like it's just an overlay-ish to... I mean, it's nice. I like it. But I guess just an overlay. I will say I have a drop of an edge tier over here. I'm not going to make a big deal, but I try to avoid making big deals with these things. Boxes cost a lot to ship, and a little bit of tape or even glue will clean that up nicely. So it's interesting. It's one of those balances of life that I get it on all the time. I talk about this a lot in these videos, so if you've heard this before, I apologize. But effectively, both things are true. If you paid $400 for a game and your box comes with a dent on it or a tear or a rip, you have every right in the world to be upset. Also, it'll cost go on board like $30 to $40 to replace that box, and they're going to have some degree of accountability in terms of they're going to have some degree of damage just because of the numbers of things that are there. And if you can, you know, apply a little bit of glue and be okay with it, you're doing everyone a solid. Is it frustrating? Yes. You know what? If you're looking for a good compromise, something I recommend doing in general. Here's tokens, by the way. Let's actually show you some stuff over here. Something I recommend doing if you do get if you do get a box that has a degree of damage to it, whether from Go On Board or any company, my recommendation is to do one of two things. This is my recommendation. You can do what you want, but my recommendation is to either just apply some glue, call it a day, and know that you did somebody a solid in the board game industry, an industry in which there's not a lot of money to be made. There's less money than you think. It's something we've seen as companies have issues, you know, keeping the doors open with these massive crowdfunding campaigns, and they still have a hard time keeping everything going. There's not a lot of high margins here, and that the largest companies in the space are not doing as well as you think they are. They're doing fine, but no one's walking home a millionaire here. Or alternatively, if you really can't get over the fact that you paid $400 for a game, or $200 or $100 for a game and the box came damaged, what I would recommend then is to still apply the glue or tape, pat yourself on the back knowing you're a good human being, and also reach out to the company and say, hey, would really appreciate like a $10 credit on the next game or something else. Something like, ask for something nice so you feel there's a give and take in the exchange. Because many companies, I can't speak for any particular company, but I think many companies would work with you on that kind of conversation. They're happy they don't have to pay $40 to ship out a box. They appreciate you for being easygoing about it, and there's going to be a degree of reciprocity in that conversation. Now, some people might say, go jump in the lake. We can't help you with that anyways, and then I kind of really understand your frustration. If the company's not willing to help you there, I even more strongly understand where you're coming from. But, oh, these are pretty. We'll come back to this in a second. But yeah, that's my recommendation. To either suck it up or... Suck it up sounds so aggressive, I don't mean it that way. Either deal with the problem yourself and pat yourself on the back, or alternatively, ask for a credit and still deal with the problem yourself. And here we have the cardboard. I think the cardboard. That was not intentional. The cardboard. But this is your cardboard for the cards that are going to be coming out over here. You're going to be putting on the cards and drafting them. This is, after all, a deck building game, as well as being an adventure game and a solo game and not a campaign game. I'm pretty sure it's not a campaign game. We have our first box of miniatures over here. This is actually very nice. I like this stuff over here. We're going to show you some stuff. We're going to show you the things. We got some boxes. We got some more boxes. We got some more stuff over here. Some trays over here. Honestly, it's a good insert. Seemingly. I can't say it's a good insert until I actually play with it. But, like, here we go. This all fits in pretty nicely. We got our stuff and cards over here. I don't even know what these are. Oh, these are the bosses, the enemies. I remember, I have such fond memories of this game. I am curious how it holds up for people. Nothing underneath there. Perfect. Okay. Got some double layer inside here. I will need to tape up those edges over there, but we'll deal with that. That should be simple enough. And let's take a look at what we have here. You see, I remember a bunch of things about this game. I played it a while ago. I don't know the order. This is just, consider this an all-in unboxing. I don't have an order here because it's all in. I have to finish the coffee before the video is done, or else I'll be drinking coffee at 2 a.m. That's just crazy. 1 a.m. is reasonable. 2 a.m. is crazy. But anyways, I remember covering this game. I remember playing this game. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed The Witcher Old World. I had a chance to play it on TTS first, and I enjoyed it there. Then I had a chance to play it in person. Enjoyed it just as much. It's a game system that was very fun to go through as you wandered around, explored the adventure, fought various monsters, and everything I wanted them to change, they did in the campaign. Like, I was like, oh, I want this to be different. I want that to be different. I want more variety in the cards that you're deck building. I want the monsters to feel more unique when you play for them and you fight against them. But I still enjoyed the system a lot. And all the things I wanted were like, hey, by the way, we have this Kickstarter campaign, and we're already doing all those things. So over here we have some monsters. We have the Chiron, we have the Koshi over here. I don't know enough about how this all activates. If I recall correctly, there's certain cards that will activate certain abilities over here, so certain tokens, so that way each monster has a very different feel to how they operate over here. We have a little bit of a background on them over here, I guess. I don't remember exactly. Like, one of them has like a little bit of text over here, and the other one has a whole listing. So I don't remember much about the, again, I know they changed the stuff too, so I can't even say what they were. We have the Siren over here, this card over here, we have the Koshi. So there's a bunch of cards over here that are going to go back in the box because I don't know how to deal with these yet until I read more. We have our very Cthulhu-esque, oh, Dagon. Yeah, that's definitely Cthulhu-esque. We have Dagon over here, who I guess is part of the game. I don't remember him, but before the Dagon's first attack, the player discards, I don't care about that. Summon Vojana, Magic Storm. Here we go. We got this card here. It's got stuff. It's got stuff. That's all. That's all. It looks very Cthulhu-esque because it is very Cthulhu-esque. Was it? I don't remember much about it. I don't remember if it's a stretch goal or an expansion. This campaign was a while ago. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got some of these creatures over here. So we got the Golem over here. We got the Cyclops. We have the Toad, the Frightener, the Unseen Elder, the Ice Giant, the Gaunter Odim over here. That's interesting. Got these. And then we have this over here, which this kind of seems like an unnecessary. I could probably throw this out, but I won't yet because I want to make sure that everything is completely and totally safe, which means we got this next box of things to go through. Now, they do have a nice little peel over here, but I usually try to get my knife in there because I find that, I don't know, maybe I could peel this off. I'm always wary of peels. I find very often a good knife blade is better to get your cards out safely, but not always, so there is that. And we have a whole bunch of cards here. I don't know if I'm going to go through, I'll scroll through them very quickly so you see them over here. Foglet, and Axebor, and Barghest, and Fiend, and Griffin, Wyvern, Wyvern, I think it's called Wyvern, Noonwraith, Werewolf, Bruxum, skipping some of these, the Striga, oh, the Striga. Striga. The Drowner's Nest, the Examara, Rot Fiend, Manticore, Weavis, Gravehag, Troll. I'm just skipping at this point and going through this. Honestly, here's the deal, okay? I probably should have said this earlier in the video, but I forgot to, so we're going to say it at this point in the video. But, basically, if you are anyone, whoever's watching this video, or if you are someone that knows Henry Cavill, please understand that I would love to play this game with him. Why? Because I'm selfish and I think he's really cool and I like his movies, and I'm sad that he's not in the 3rd season of The Witcher, so I would just love to play the game with him. And if you happen to know anything about, like, I don't know, where I can get a hold of him, I'd love to play The Witcher with him. Filmed or unfilmed. I don't need it for content. I don't care. I mean, if I can do the content, sure, I'll do a video, because why not? But, like, I just want to play games with Henry Cavill. That'd be, like, the highlight. He's, like, the king of the geeks. The king of the geeks is who Henry Cavill is. Cavill. I always say the last name a little bit wrong. But either way, let's go and continue to dive into this. Let's go ahead and see what we got this is going to be the box over here, which means next we'll go ahead and work on these cards over here, although I don't know exactly. These dual-layered player boards, that's what these things are over here. Let's move some stuff out of the way. Let's take a look at these. And what we have over here is, well, I already said it, dual-layered player boards. Let's take a look. These are your individual Witcher character boards, and I guess your witches too. I imagine the witches are in this pack as well, although I don't know how they split up. This is an all-in, but they had a lot of things in the campaign. They also had drama in the campaign, because there was a lot of requests for female witchers, and then they were like, well, we can't do female witches, because historically it's not really something that was there, outside, of course, of Yennefer? No, not Yennefer. Oh, darn it. This is not good. This is embarrassing. Not Yennefer. Who's the female witcher? The female witcher. His daughter-ish person. Not really daughter, but like daughter figure. It's been too long since I watched the TV show. Let's go and take a look over here. We'll probably find her here. We have Alvar. Oh my gosh, these names. Does this? Oh yes, this comes out. You see this over here? Comes in here, so you can kind of put your own names in the character system over there. Pretty they didn't have like ways to like buy your own names or whatever. That would have been fun. But either way, we have a double layer player boards. As you up your various stats, you have your own little abilities on the characters. I can't remember. I think yeah, this is the ability: potion tolerance and thunder and all these things. Then you have their general stats over here as you upgrade all that. We have Alzer, which again, it's not actually his name because it could be any character. We have Ardia. These look like the witches, I assume. These look very witch-based. Gekiara, Othar, Mage. We got Mage, School of the Manticore, Mage, and Mage. So that's what we have for these characters over here. And then over here, we have School of the Bear. We have School of the Cat. Now, these are the characters I remember. School of the Griffin, School of the Viper, School of the Wolf, and these are the main characters. And then Lady of Space and Time, Ciri, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Although you could put a name on anyone apparently, because that's the way this works over here. So Ciri is the one who is the Lady of Space and Time jumping through. I don't know how it works. I don't know what the timeline of things is. If this takes place well before what's his name? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking all the name. What's Henry Cavill plays the Witcher? The Witcher's name is. I feel like such a terrible fan. I apologize. Don't show Henry Cavill this video. I apologize. His name is Ciri. What's the Witcher's name? Geralt. Right? Geralt of Rivia? I think so. I think that's what it is. I feel bad. I feel like I'm losing all my cred here. I like the Witcher TV show. Really, genuinely. I like the Witcher video game. Ish. I was okay with it. Comics. I've read the comics. Geralt of Rivia, right? Rivia. Anyways, we're going to put these back here. But we're going to go ahead and put these in here. And then we're going to look at some cards before we look at the miniatures. And as far as the cards before the miniatures, let's get this in here. Perfect. Great. We have our board here. We'll look at whatever's in here and see what's going on. We got more of these card separators, which again, I refuse to separate them out until I'm totally 100% sure about how things go here. But anyways, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this and this. I should just throw these out. There's no way this is necessary. I'm going to throw it out. I give up. I can't. We got some cards. Some cards that we're going to go ahead and go through. We have Continue Your Adventures in Gwent. What is this? Redeeming codes. They got codes here. CD Projekt Red thanks you for your purchase of the Witcher Old World board game. We hope this game will bring you and your friends countless hours of joy. We also want you to express free content in our other title, Gwent the Witcher card game. Use the codes provided to get your free goodies up to 5 Gwent accounts so you can outfit your whole adventure party. I guess I'll keep these cards. I don't know, these codes here. I guess I'll keep them. Or just, technically, I just showed you them on camera. So, if anyone can actually make out the codes there and pause the frame, they're yours. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm not even saying you're sneaking it. If you can somehow get those codes from that still frame or whatever, I just think the resolution won't be good enough. But if you can, they are yours. Enjoy. I will find out in a year and a half when I finally go to plug it in. And I'm like, hey, look at that. Turns out you could actually find the codes on the camera. Anyways. Got this over here. This, by the way, this is fun over here. There we go. You see, just a little bit of, anyways, that's gone now. Past that, we got our cards. The card material is pretty nice over here. I'm not going to bend these. I'm not going to do that. But we got our discs, our things. There's some stuff over here. Nothing crazy. I'm not even going to show you them. I don't even care enough. Although I do have my silica gel packet. I'll have to deal with that soon enough. But going to the cards over here, we got our cards. Now, these had some basic, the cards in the game, I like these so much. I want to play this game. I've missed it. So basically, in the game, you're going to be chaining cards. So, and it's a very cool system as far as how to chain. You're going to be using cards to navigate different terrains down here. But you're also going to be chaining cards based on how things work here. So you can play this card and then follow it up with a purple card because, you know, that's the next sequence over here. And depending on what you have, maybe you place that purple, which follows up with another purple, and you play a sequence of cards to take down the beast over here, which is a very cool system, although I don't know how much I don't know if, like, the mage cards were different. Like, we have Ice Daggers and Mind Shatter, and then we have Water Trap, because you have your signs that you cast in The Witcher, which, again, I can't remember what they're called, but they're various different signs. We have Water Summoner, we have Fire Embers. All this stuff looks very cool, and there's a ton of abilities that they added post, like, the, again, mid-campaign. They added a ton of stuff as far as how cards chain or the various abilities. So what I'm seeing here is so much more than what I remember seeing at the time, just because there's so much more going on, basically. But that's what we got as far as these cards over here. Just a lot of cards. This is a deck building system. This is a deck building system which you're going to have your characters, you're going to have your cards, and you're going to be navigating around the board as you take down various monsters, you hunt them down, placing various, you know, signs and hints and clues and interacting with the story and world around you, all as you try to figure out how to most efficiently, I need my knife still, I don't know, I'm putting this away, most efficiently build your deck and take down the beasts with a variety of expansions too, as far as how they all interact and work with you, which actually, that is actually a good time to talk about our sponsor of today's video, which is One Sharp Joe, because there's too many boxes here. I'm sorry, there's too many boxes. We're going to have to move stuff around and go through these all. We'll show you the miniatures in a second, but before we do, a quick word from our sponsor, One Sharp Joe, who sponsored this video, and he does a lot of different fun things, a lot of things from various token holders and component stuff to boxes and inserts and all these things. And today, and specifically, I want to show you the Dominion insert, because Dominion is a deck building game. So if you want more deck building experiences or more content for it, he has a ton of things. If you're looking for deck crafting stuff, he has Marvel Champions, he has Arkham Horror the card game, and then for me over here, this is Dominion over here. So this is what we got for a Dominion giant insert, and there's multiple of these. If you have everything Dominion, you'll need multiple of these. But he has a lot of these things on his site, and I'll throw a link down below to it, but in case you're looking for stuff from One Sharp Joe, and I'll also throw a link to a coupon code, which is not eligible for everything. It's eligible right now for his component holders that he has that he's doing, but he has a ton of things on his site. It's worth checking out if you want some really cool inserts and component holders and wood trays and thingies. It's a ton of stuff. I've shown a bunch of them on the channel before. I have Marvel Champions, I have Marvel United, I have Dominion, I have Twilight Inscription. I have more of his stuff over here, and then of course component holders as well. But if you're looking for stuff in containers for your board game collection, highly recommend checking out One Sharp Joe. But with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the various miniatures, because we do have a lot of miniatures to go through over here. And we start with this box. Should we start with this box? Let's start with this box over here. So, we got our sun-shaded miniatures. I don't know if they're not sun drop, sun shaded. I don't know what they're, does it say? They just say shaded miniatures. There's no official name for them. We got a bunch of these things over here. Very shaded, very, like, let's go ahead and show you some stuff. So we got this character over here, this, like, harpy-ish character. I assume it's a harpy. Don't know for sure. I also hear footsteps upstairs, which means I probably have a kid who just woke up at 1:30 in the morning. That seems completely responsible, says the guy drinking coffee. We have this character here. Got a little bit of a bent, mace going on there. And we got that. We got this. Honestly, if I have a kid, I'm going to encourage him to come down and say hi. We'll see. But either way, I mean, I have a kid. But if I have a kid who woke up at 1:30 in the morning, which I definitely did because I hear the footsteps. We got this flower type situation over here. Look at that. Look at that guy over there. I'm going to put that back over here. I'm not going to show you everything here. There's too many miniatures to go over everything. I'm going to try to find a selection of things that look cool, because there is a selection of things that look cool. We got our little spider leaf person. Ooh, I like this. I like this. So I'm going to show you two at once now, so we can speed up how fast this goes, because otherwise this video will be way too long. Because there were a lot of miniatures for this game. We got the wolf character. We got, I guess this is Siri. Maybe. This is Siri adjacent. It looks like Siri-ish. I mean, again, if Siri is a thing in this, who knows. But either way, we got our giant wolf miniature, and then the Witcher hunting him down. Now, these are dark as far as shaded miniatures go. I still like them vastly over plain gray, but they are dark. They don't have a lot of nuance to them. It's just direct darkness to them. But we got this, and we got this. There's so many fun things to look at here. I'll show you this one. I'll show you the hag, and then we'll go to the next box of stuff over here. This witch over here is definitely terrifying-ish. And we got, he's the ghost from the Wild Hunt, I think, situation. Let's go ahead and show you this over here. That's like the ghost from the Wild Hunt as far as how it goes. It looks like the ghost from the Wild Hunt. And we have her, who's going to just definitely chase down your nightmares and all those fun things in the game. But we got all this over here. Let's go ahead and put this all away. So, as far as things go here, we're going to put this box away to the side. I think, I'm trying to remember how, no, this was on top. This is on top, which means we need to do this other box first. So, we got this box, which has a lot of bigger miniatures. I think there's more miniatures in this end. Don't honestly know. This may be all the miniatures you're ever going to see. There certainly are some large ones over here, though. These are some fun ones. I saw this guy, this character card. I already saw this guy's card. In the other box, we had that. And again, this is very, very solid. This over here, for those who are wondering what's going on with the horse on top of the house, that's a glitch from the video game. If you have the video game, sometimes weird things would happen, including a horse on top of a house, and you'd have to deal with that. And there are numbers in the bottom of the miniatures, which I do like. There's numbers inside the tray, and then on the bottom of the miniature, so you can go ahead and take a look and see what you're missing. This is interesting. Let's take a look at what I want to show you here. I'll show you this one and this one. There's a lot of these guys over here, representing the various beasts you'll be chasing down. This might be the only box, maybe? I think there's another box. I think there has to be another box. Because I don't think I've seen all the various actual Witcher characters themselves, as far as, you know, trying to find all those. And they don't feel like they're all in this box here. Let's go ahead and find some more stuff here. This can go off to the side, and this can go off to the side. We'll deal with those later. Let's show you some more of these. I like this guy. Ooh, I like this miniature. He looks intense. Looks like he's got a bad shell day. Look at this. This looks like something haunting, which it should be. I mean, if you've watched the Witcher TV show, there are definitely moments of things that are haunting stuff over there. The tomb creature that has to like sleep in the tomb overnight to take things down. There's a lot there. There's a lot going on. We got some more of these. These I'm showing you all of them because I think these are cooler. But we got the wolf over here. This was the cover of the box, I believe. It's the it actually not was, is. It is the cover of the box. We can see it on the box right now when I'll show it to you shortly. But over here, that guy and the wolf over there. That's all on this over here. So if you go ahead and pull this out, you can see that's the and then you watch my coffee. We got that guy over there. This is the one I just showed you over there. I'm not even going to show you all these. I don't think I can. There's so much stuff here, but I'm going to show you as much as I possibly can. This guy's look fun. He looks like he's having a bad day too. Lots of characters having a bad day. And the day's only about to get worse. Look at his like giant maul mace thingy. The day's only going to get worse as they you know, I don't know, face off against Geralt of Rivia. Geralt? Is it Geralt? Is it Geralt? Why can I not think of the stupid name of the character who I've watched like I think it's Geralt or Geralt? 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 Why am I blanking on this? I'm telling you, I've watched this stuff. I really have. Anyways, but past that, we got these characters over here. I should rewatch The Witcher. It's been a long time. I should totally give it another go. And not another go, just continue diving into it. I mean, they just came out with Season 3 right now, actively. So, Season 3 just came out. It's a good time to dive back in. Although, I don't know if I want to restart, because, I don't know. I don't know. Will you continue to watch? Are you someone, I'm curious, are you someone who's going to continue watching The Witcher after Henry Cavill is no longer there? Because I will certainly continue it from a stance of giving it a shot. Whether or not I'll actually like properly give it a shot, those are different conversations entirely. We'll find out. We'll see. But either way, let's go ahead and put this away and see what we got in this next box, because we are done with part 1 of 2. This is way longer than I want it to be, but it is what it is. That's what's going to be what it's going to be. And then we're going to put this over here, I guess, maybe. But then these have to go on top of it too, which feels like it's not going to work. No, this goes in the middle there. I don't know. I'm going to deal with this all later properly. We'll figure it all out together. And by together, I mean on my own, alone. I'm so lonely. I don't know where this even goes. We're going to put this off to the side because I think this other box is supposed to be on top of it. I don't know. We also have some fun extras over here. We will show you. You know what? Let's go and show you these now. Let's go and show you these now as far as our dice that we have as extras that in some way will get into the other box. I assume they'll fit in here. We also have coins too. But for right now, we got these. I don't even know what the regular dice look like. We're about to find out together. We're going to find out together as far as what they look like. We also have coins and a handy little coin pouch too, which again, we'll take a look and see what these look like too, because the coins are fascinating. Like, there's a lot of metal coins that I've bought that have been disappointing and a lot that have been incredibly cool. I'm hoping these are in the incredibly cool camp, but there's not a ton of them. There's a few of them. There's a nice little bag for them. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's move the dice off to the side over here. And they'll have a dice. I guess, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where everything goes. Let's move these off. We'll take a look at the dice later. Let's show you some metal coins. This is what we have as far as these coins. So they have nice heft to them, that's for sure. They definitely have the heft. You can see the various designs over there. Everything looks and works functionally, but as far as, they're nice. I wish there were more of them. Although I don't remember how frequently you even need coins, so I'm saying that I just wish there were more of them because I just want more metal coins. I'm kind of addicted to metal coins. I like them a lot in games when they are good. There have been some ones that have not been that great, and those are always a drop disappointing. And now it's time to do... I don't know how this is going to store. I think this is supposed to store as some sort of giant singular big box. I believe that's how it's supposed to work. But like right now it just kind of seems like there's two separate boxes that I guess maybe you could store on top of one another. I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly, but I believe it's supposed to be a big box here. We're just going to figure it out together. I think like that part goes... I don't know. Let's take a look. Because I think that part... I don't know how this is supposed to go. Is it supposed to be a singular big box? I think so, right? Like, I'm not crazy here. I mean, that's a different conversation. Let's open this up over here. See how this... Like, how is this supposed to store as a singular big box? I do not understand the exact nature of this conversation, because it feels like math is against you on this conversation here. We got more miniatures, though. That's the plus side over here. So we definitely have more miniatures as far as things go. We have a board. Oh, wait. I found it, everyone. Okay, so these go like this. This goes like that. This goes like that. And this goes up there-ish. The board is 15. This box part 5 goes on top. So the box does go on top. It goes inside there. I guess it's supposed to just kind of fit-ish. Some of the boards go into the bottom part. Okay, I'm starting to make sense of this. So if we take out certain things from the top part, it goes into the bottom part, but ultimately 15 is still going... Nope, 1 goes on here. 5 is gone. 5 is gone. No, 5 is up there. There we go. Okay. And then somehow it... I guess this is a question mark, okay? This over here looks like it's not tall enough to maintain... I guess that's supposed to be elevated enough that this goes... I don't understand how this works. Does this fit in here? I guess it could fit in there. Maybe. Okay. This is a problem we'll have to solve after punching things. I don't think we're going to solve it before punching things. We'll have to solve it after punching. But it does look, because they gave me a little sheet that shows me exactly how it works, it does look like it is a singular big box once all is said and done. But we're not all said and done. Right now we're still at the part where it's far from said and done. We have rule books. So we have lots of rule books over here. This is going to be what we have as far as this goes. We got our 5 pages over here, but not 5 pages. 5 are like 15, 18, 36, a whole lot of pages over there. We have Witcher Old World, Adventure Pack, Ciri, and the Lost Mount, showing you some of the extra stuff over here on the content and how to integrate different things. We have the Monster Trail expansion, we have the Wild Hunt, we have the Skellig, we have the Mages, we have the Legendary Hunt. I'm not going to go through it all. We also have this little pamphlet over here, the Monster Pack expansion, giving you a few new monsters over here that I guess are probably in the box I have over here, because I don't remember seeing these otherwise. But all the extras, I will say the rulebook material feels fairly flimsy. Does not feel like the best rulebook material. It'll be fine, don't get me wrong, but in a world full of many premium stuff, the rulebook material doesn't feel the most premium. But we do have this sheet over here for the various components and the board. This over here, let's open this up as far as this goes. This is where, okay, so we have a card row there as well. We're going to have to flip this around. So the card row is printed on the board. I wonder why they have a separate card row going on. This is going to be the map that you're going to be wandering around. I like this game. I mean, I know I like this game. I've played this game, but I'm excited to dive back into this. I want to learn solo. There's so many things that I'm behind on as far as just games. Like I am playing a lot of games. I played Expeditions twice today. I really enjoyed that one. I also played Cosmo Octopus. Those are both games I actually played at Gamma, and I got to play them the same day, which is a nice coincidence now that I'm thinking about it. Just is a coincidence, but both good games. 2023 has been a pretty good year for board gaming so far. I found a lot of games I really enjoyed. We also have this Playmat, by the way, in case you're looking for something that's a little bit more as far as this goes on. Over here. Oh my gosh, Origins is coming up soon. Origins is going to be... This is going to be at Origins. We're going to have a Game Found booth at Origins. That Witcher is going to be at that booth over there. Here we go. Let's scroll. Whoa. Is this the same art? Why does it feel like it's different art over here? Let's take a look over here. Let's compare this. It's the same art. It's just a little more brighter. A little brighter, but same basic art, I guess. Anyways, this looks cool. I like this map over here. In general, playmats are always a tough one because I find that will I actually use the playmat? I don't really know because Storage of playmats I hate. I hate dealing with the storage of it. That's going to be true for this game as well. Although, sorry if I cause any whiffs of noise to your... I'm trying to get this to... There we go. But playmats are a pain to deal with the storage of, which is going to be true here as well. But I don't know. I always want more for playmats than I actually get out of them. I'm going to have to fold this up properly later. We'll deal with that later. I got a partial fold. I'm so worried about like flapping it and hitting the camera. Which I've done before, by the way. Anyways, we got more stuff to go through over here. We got some of our witchers. We got some more beasts over here. All these fun things here. We got more witchers, or witches maybe. Mages, not witches. We got a million cards that I don't think I want to go through. I will show you the cards so you can see them over here. This is our card tray. With all the cards you have to deal with. Because there's a million cards apparently. Is there another tray underneath this? I don't know. I don't think so. It's hard to know because you'd have to get this out of here, and this is so ridiculously heavy. This is not coming out of here. It's just a million cards is what it is. We got cars and monsters and more stuff and things and all these things and just cards and... Oh yeah, I forgot, by the way. This game is chock full of story cards too. I forgot just how much stuff there is for this game. It has tons of story cards you can go through. Sorry. In terms of all these various encounters that will send you walking around the map in different ways on these arcing journeys you'll have, which is a lot of fun to go through. I really enjoy this game. I'm looking forward to diving back into it. But we have our dice over here, so there's some of the basic dice, I guess maybe. I don't know, because he got these dice here. We also have these dice here. But does this die correlate to this dice? I mean, I don't know if they're the same. They don't feel that different. But is it a different pool? Maybe? I don't know. We have to figure out where these things all go over here. We got these dice and these components over here. We got our witchers, which does or doesn't include Ciri. I'm not certain, but I'll show you some of these because they are our fun little witcher characters. We have our silica gel packs over here, which just goes away. Also, it's 1:40 and I'm still having coffee, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, we can go ahead and put this down over here. We're gonna go ahead and show you some miniatures. These are the various witchers you'll deal with. These are the ones I had in the original prototype. So, we got our characters here. And these are like, this guy's perched on his little like stand over here. Other one's casting a sign. We have, is this Ciri? This is not Ciri. No, this is one of the original schools over here. We got all of these characters over here. Let's go ahead and show you these. And then we'll have our mages separately in a second. And then we have some sort of monsters too. We got more stuff to show you. Lots of stuff still. Monsters and witchers and mages. That's the last one for the schools over here. And then from there I need to figure out where I'm putting the coins because honestly the coins can probably fit in here. There's even an extra slot, although I guess some of that might change depending on... Like right now there's an extra slot, but there's a whole bunch of sleeves to kind of deal with. And that the quote-unquote extra slot might be not extra once you have sleeved cards, which is a problem we'll have to deal with, but we'll deal with it together. By together I just mean we'll just deal with it. I guess these dice can... Oh, interesting. Does Ciri go in here? There's an extra kind of slot here. I'm not sure how that goes. We're going to have to figure out where the dice go to. We're going to put that in for right now. Let's put this in here. How do I put this in here again? That went there. Is it tight? We'll figure it out shortly. Anyways, let's go and show you the mages. So I remember this one. I remember this particular mage over here. This one is like my favorite one as far as the fact that it's jumping out of a portal. And yeah, again, the shading is very dark on these. Like, it's definitely very dark. This one's like sitting on a wisp of smoke. Very Prince of Persia-y. Did you see the new trailer for Prince of Persia? The new video game? Like, it looked very cool. I played Prince of Persia Sands of Time way back in the day. The new one looks different, but also fun. Although I don't know if it's as puzzly. But it's one of those things, you watch the graphics and you're like, oh, it looks good. But the original looked just as good. Then you go back and watch a gameplay of the original Prince of Persia. And you realize that it didn't look just as good. You just forgot how much things have changed over time. But seriously, if you ever go back and look at old graphics of things, some of these movies or video games that you thought were totally fine at the time, they are just not totally fine. And that's just, this sword looks, I can't tell if the sword is curved artistically or just bent. One of those two. But here's our last mage from the Mage expansion. There we go. There we go. That's what we got. And then we got, that's all we got. That's all we got for you here. I could put the dice in here, maybe. I wonder if they'll go in. I mean, I feel like there's probably better places to put the dice, but if this does functionally fit the dice, then I'd be happy with that, ish. I don't know. I feel this is a mistake. I feel like I committed to the dice situation here, and I'm not liking it one bit. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. but there's too many dice to deal with here. I don't see a way to deal with this problem. We're going to deal with this later. We're going to deal with this later and just make it work. Can I put them in here? Maybe. We can put a few dice in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there, and there. Got another one over here. Another one bites the dust. That won't go down. It will not go down. We're going to have to put that there. And we're left with 4 dice. Still, we can get 1 in there. Got 3 dice left. 1 in there, 1 in there, and 1 in there. That is, oh wait, no, one of these dice won't fit. Will it fit? Yeah, it kind of fits in. It fits. Ish. We got it. Did I put the mages? I put the mage pool. I put the wrong tray on the wrong tray. They actually have little symbols of the various like Witcher schools and stuff. So even though it's the same design, you gotta make sure you put it in the right place. Which means we have 1 box left to go over, and then we're all done. Lots of stuff. Some of the cool extra monsters here. These are cool extra monsters. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him. He is definitely looks great mounted on a wall. That's for darn tootin'. We got this guy over here. And this one. Let's show you these 2 over here. That's fun. We got boats. So, this guy over here. Look at the little hag situation. We have this giant little frog as well. I'm going to put that down over here. I don't even know how to... There we go. Like, they have the numbers, which helps, but only helps to an extent. I'll save the best one for last as far as these monsters. We got 2 more. We got a bunch. We got more. We got 2 more after this, too. Then we got boats. I'll show you the boats first. We got 3 more, actually. There's another monster I missed. Look at these hags. Look at this thing. This has been a game that I've been waiting for a long time to show up, which means, of course, it'll now be like 3 months before I get to table it. Probably. I like the spider. This is one of the extras, I believe. This guy looks, what is this? Is this the thing that turned... Is this the thing he slept with in the crypt? Like, maybe? It looks like it's kind of on a crypt zone. It looks like it could be enough of a beast. I don't know. Then we have this one here, too. This one looks nice. Overall, decent spider. This is one of the things they got pushed back in the campaign for. They had, like, all-in... We have boats there, too, by the way. They all look pretty similar, but I'll show you the boats. But they got an all-in pledge, basically, that you got, like, 3 extra stuff if you went all-in. And people were like, we don't love that because it feels like you're pushing us to go all in if you want the exclusives. Which, I mean, they were. That is how it works. But I get it. I do. Like, someone who's trying to have self-control and not buy everything all at once. And it's always frustrating. It's always one of those tricky balances of crowdfunding in general is the nature of, and I have one more to show you here. It's very cool. But the nature of, oh, 2 more. There's another one. There's more. There's all these like little things hidden here. The nature of crowdfunding is that you either don't give people a reason to back, in which case they should wait for retail later, or you do give people a reason to back, in which case you're preying on their FOMO. I don't mean that to defend either way. I'm saying genuinely that's the balance. Like, how do you get somebody to spend money a year in advance before there's a million reviews out there, but also make it compelling but interesting? And I don't know, it's tricky. It's very tricky, I think. How's this going here? Give me a second. I'm trying to talk to you while putting this in here, and I realize this is not going in. There we go. I think. Maybe. But here we got this last guy over here. This one over here. But yeah, I think it's a genuinely interesting problem that there's no perfect answer. If you don't give people a reason to back, why should they back? And if you do give people a reason to back, it either comes down to like something being not available otherwise, or a better shipping price, or possibly lack of availability later, and then you're paying on their FOMO. And it's I don't have an answer. I think it's the nature of, because I'm going to sit there and I'll go on video and I'll say, hey, there's no reason to back it now because you're not getting anything extra. Like, I'll tell you that. Because I do believe that crowdfunding should be a mutual exchange. And mutual exchange means I ask you to take a risk and give me money earlier. Like, I as the company, not me. But if I'm a company, I sit there and I say, hey, I would like you to give me money for this game a year before it shows up, and take a small risk on just the fact that it'll show up at all, what the delays will be like, all those fun little conversations that are just not little fun conversations. But in order to do so, I think there has to be a reason you get something. But that reason to get something does mean that there's a flip side of that, which is like, okay, great, so you're trying to effectively prey on the FOMO to have that reason to back. It is tricky. It is not the easiest conversation. And this is not going in as easily as I would. There we go. Nicely back on. That's The Witcher Old World. The Witcher Old World, the all-in unboxing. I guess it is all-in. It's all the expansions I remember. The giant beasts, the sea stuff, the witches, the mages. I keep calling them witches. The mages. This is The Witcher Old World. I need to read the rulebook. I need to dive into it. But I have a lot of things in the backlog at all points. And honestly, I'm playing a lot of fun games. So I'm pretty content with how things are going. It's always interesting trying to keep up with the new while enjoying the stuff you have. I think there's always an interesting balance to play. You don't want to be chasing everything new. Even now, if you're watching this unboxing video, like, you might be like, oh my gosh, I need The Witcher. You don't need The Witcher. I mean, it's a good game. I like it a lot. But if you're asking me for recommendations, this is a lot of money spent on a good game. Even the core pledge is a lot of money. Even if you just get the core base box, nothing else, it's a lot of money. There's a lot of good games out there that you don't have to spend that much money to enjoy. I think games like The Loop are fantastic. Games like, I'm trying to think of what's something in the Witcher genre that I'd recommend that's cheaper. I'm sure I'd have an answer if I spent more time thinking about this beforehand. I mean, even games like Mage Knight, you can get Mage Knight relatively affordable compared to The Witcher. There's a lot of great games out there, and there's a lot of stuff that you'll constantly be chasing, and I think that it's fun to chase the new stuff. I think it's fun to get new games. I do, genuinely. I'm in this hobby for a reason. But I don't think you need everything, and so many of us will get stuff that sits on our shelf unplayed while we ignore the stuff we already love. We just don't have enough time to play the games we want, and so we keep having the games we want, chasing the games we want, and trying to just have it all when you can't, practically speaking, have it all. You have to make choices. And to that end, if you're choosing between spending hundreds of dollars on something you may or may not table versus taking the game off your shelf you already know you like, I recommend the latter. But if you do have hundreds of dollars to spend, burning a hole in your pocket, and you are looking for a game that I do recommend, I thought The Witcher was fantastic, and I do plan on diving into this one as soon as I possibly can justify it. In any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I hope you have a good one.